What's up, MPX addicts, and welcome to MPX Rehab, your weekly dose of rehab from the withdrawal that we hate so much, MPX Wrestling. I am your host, the hashtag certified Mark J. Williams, here with my co-host, as always,
the voice of the MPX addicts, Kyle Smith.
And man, we are on the road to destiny once and for all because Destiny's next this Saturday, and last week set a whole different stage than I was expecting to see.
Yeah, geez. We always talk about how we have the big four. We have Rumble, Destiny, the, Purple Rain, and then Cold Day in Hell. And this show this last week, it's weird because, yes, you usually have a big show coming up, and your show before that, your go-home show, is not going to be as... I don't want to say as good because they're going to be good, but geez, it was so good.
Oh yeah,
it was crazy.
Jeebus crow. It's like we saw a title change, we saw a title not change, and we saw a return that I gotta say, it's like as inside as people seem to think we are, we knew nothing about.
Nope. And that's the thing is, I always joke and say I have a love-hate relationship with the addicts, and I truly didn't have a love-hate this week. I had an absolute hate. Dave Sagan deserves such a better reaction on a return like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what was with
Philly Dave.
I don't know what was with the addicts. Just the whole night, the crowd kind of sucked.
Our starting match was Palmer versus Ryan,
which is just amazing. It's one of my favorite matches of that week.
And we just didn't,
It's that, and then Jackson and Joe deserve such a better crowd than we got from them. Tatum and Casey. Tatum, someone that I absolutely love, just was kind of dead for them. I don't get it.
No, and that's I guess people were just tired or something.
I don't know. It's just that crowd was so bad, and
I was completely hyped the whole night. So
yeah, and that's the thing. The MPX wrestlers, especially on that show, and the performances they gave, top to bottom, they deserve so much better.
Yeah, and it's we joke about people saying that I say every match is match of the night or something like that. This last Saturday, that was freaking true. Man.
Yeah, it was pretty close. We had so many great matches. When you start with Matthew Palmer and Ryan Remington, that right there is gonna be it. And then like I said, just that, and then also, okay. What was annoying in 1999? Why are we bringing it back in 2021?
Which one?
The what?
Oh, what? Yeah.
I absolutely despise that. Next to 1, 2, sweet! Those are the two most annoying chants that fans have ever created. And why the hell?
Sorry for the extra noise, ladies.
We're bringing it back here. Especially when someone like Isaac is talking, which is crazy to me because we get a video of Isaac and everyone shuts the fuck up. Yet Isaac's in the building. We are graced with Isaac's presence.
Right?
And we're going to have some loud mouth sit there and just start yelling, what? Really? That pissed me. And it's not because it's Isaac. Anybody that chants what pisses me off in general.
For me, it's because it was Isaac. But let's go ahead and start talking about the show itself, though, because we had some freaking incredible matches. Like I said, to start with, we had Matthew Palmer as the Monster Hunter taking on Mr. Match of the Night himself, Ryan Remington. This is a match we haven't gotten to see, really.
Right.
And so I was really hyped. I wish there had been some more kind of a build to it, when we got Tommy versus Palmer when Tommy was champion.
Right.
And it's I thought that was an incredible match itself, and this was everything you could hope for. Yeah,
it was, and that's the thing. Anyone who's listening knows that usually my favorite type of matches are either the European chain grapple, which is what this was. This was very grapple based, or the hardcore deathmatch excessive violence type. Obviously, polar opposites, but I like all wrestling in general. But those are my favorites, and Ryan and Palmer, I thought, just had a beautiful match, and
it was. It's when it started out, it looked like, it was a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's so basic." It's no, this is a technical clinic.
It is so great.
This is just showing that these are two of the best technical wrestlers we've got.
And then it showed how also hard and tough they were going at it, and the fact that Palmer's nose got busted from them grappling.
Geez, yeah.
And you know, it's just that I love that move Ryan does with the wrist snap. It's so great, and it plays into it. And just also the small little nuances of the mask talking to Palmer, I thought was a great addition to this character.
The evil of the mask,
exactly,
and like that. I love it so much,
and I just love the picture that Brian caught of him flipping the mask off.
Yes,
it was so great.
Actually, I think that was Ross that
or Ross, from the video.
Because I was like, if you saw the intro, I got some of Pulver's pictures, and unfortunately, he did get the flipping off, but not at the same angle Ross did.
Right, and that angle was beautiful.
Oh yeah, that angle is perfect. Like for half a moment, I'm like, is Matt flipping off Ross? What? No, the mask, right?
Yeah, he's not. Ross isn't helping him. He's about to tap out. And he's not helping him.
But yeah, no, just I've got to say, and they looked so angry throughout this whole match.
Oh, and that's what I thought was so great about it was how into it and how intense, and like you said, with no buildup whatsoever, really, and yet they went out there and it seemed like they had a blood feud. It was so great.
Yeah, and it was like the only reason I wanted more of a buildup is because I'm sorry, this kind of a match deserves a feud, a rivalry that just is a storytelling for the ages.
And that's the thing we kind of talked about with Larger Than Life with Ryan and Tommy is the fact that singly they could go and they could have some of the best feuds and best matches, and together they can do that as well. It's crazy to have two members of a tag team be so good with each other.
Yeah.
Like normally, you know.
So good. That sounds familiar.
Exactly. Like normally you get the, one's Bret Hart, one's is the Anvil, one is Shawn Michaels, one is Marty. No, these are both Shawn Michaels. Like it's crazy.
No, really, they are. It's
despite what Cole thinks.
I love Michael Cole, but this is one area where I just really do have to disagree with him.
He has such unnatural hate for them.
I know. It's like I call myself the mark, but man, that guy marks out more than I do. I mean, it's like later on in the night, he really marked out. We'll talk about that one in a bit. But damn, I love you, Michael. You know that.
Oh yeah.
But
you and your weird, Oprah love.
I still say that arm movement was suspicious. I know your girl's defending you.
I was going to say, no one knows absolutely what we're talking about. So.
Okay. But, yeah. And it's like at the beginning of the night, it's like we were just like, still no tag opponents announced. We still got nothing.
Yeah.
And of course, Tommy got the mic again, and I'm loving it. I love Ryan on the mic. He's great, but just Tommy, just when he lets go.
Yeah, and I love how Tommy and Ryan are finally kind of finding their voices because they've had Jamie Aller pretty much their entire career.
Yeah,
and it's not that they couldn't talk. I mean, they could do the goofy bits. They did.
Yeah,
but when you see them get serious, and you can actually tell, they've learned. They're learning mic skills and they're getting better.
Yeah. If you think they learned nothing from their time with Jamie Aller, then you're not paying attention.
Yeah, and that's the thing we were talking about last week. I was like, I know it's a catch-22 because while I would love to have more mic time and vignettes and promos for these wrestlers, I also want wrestling. I don't want a whole I don't want a Raw where I get 3 hours of talk and 15 minutes wrestling.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but that's why I said it's like we've got the addicts group, so we can actually get.
Right.
I mean, heck, you saw Tommy Dean's promo video. It's like, which I got to say. That is exactly what I've been wanting from him.
We've seen, exactly. Tommy Dean finally showing a character out of it, and it's great. Wes's response was good. We'll talk about it later when we get close to Destiny, but Isaac just posted one, which, if you haven't watched it yet, as soon as this is over, go watch it. But we will discuss that way more when we talk about Destiny, because Jesus.
There is nobody like Isaac Mazer. There really isn't. But moving on from there, let's go ahead and talk about the next match, which was a lot of fun. And my first two words on my notes were poor Nate, because it was Nate Collins, the Concrete Cowboy, taking on the Texas Chainsaw Sky de Lacrimosa. Yep. And my first thought was, so we're just offering Nate up as the sacrifice this week.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, and that's kind of happened, but not really.
Yeah, it's like, that's what it looked like. It looked like as good as Nate Collins is. He just couldn't take on the monster that is Sky de Lacrimosa.
Nope.
And if it weren't for a certain happening at the end of towards the end of the match, I think that Sky's perfect record lately would have come out the same. I
feel like Isaac and Sky need to question the production people in the back.
Sam,
what happened?
What are you doing?
Dimitri,
whose side are you on?
Dimitri apparently decided to send a message, and it was a very good message.
The fact that he announced that the match will be excessive violence, which is, just our own favorite brand of Texas deathmatch.
Exactly. It's well, let's be honest, it's Sky's brand.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's Sky's brand, and excessive violence. I mean, we've seen it here and there. I can just go ahead and say I think with these two, we're going to see a brand new level of excessive violence that the state of Texas hasn't seen. And we'll obviously talk way more about it later, but that video popped up, distracted everyone. Nate getting the roll up.
Yep.
Normally
I hate roll ups, but it was very fitting for that point.
It is. I just worry with what we think will happen next week. Just, going back to back like that. I don't really like that, but we'll see. I mean, you never know.
You're the one questioning it, not me. I'm the one wearing a Dimitri shirt, so...
Hey, I've said all along, I know what's going to happen. I've accepted it. I want to see greatness.
But Nate Collins just showing, it's like showing out his skills. It was actually... It's got to be the fact that these guys are tall.
Yeah.
So, because he had almost the same level of... Sky had almost the same level of match with Nate that he has with legs.
Yep.
So I think it's the fact that he's able to wrestle these people on his own level.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. He doesn't have to worry. He's like, okay, this guy's smaller than me. I have to recalibrate everything for their height.
Yeah, no, they mesh very well together. And it's one of those I would love to see him again. And I love seeing Nate every time he comes in.
Yeah.
Nate's always put on hell of matches. He's one of the few bright spots to come from that place that is so good. That actually is good. You know, and every time he comes to MPX, it's always a treat. I would not mind seeing him more. I do.
Hey,
we still have the weird. I don't know. It's weird. We've got this cowboy gimmick, but we're also kind of MMA BJJ now. Like it's just kind of.
It's kind of mixing them.
I think we need to. I don't know. Either reestablish and redefine a character, or kind of go backwards a little bit to full cowboy. I don't know. That's the only thing that really bothers me sometimes is we don't. Who exactly are you? Right, and again, that comes with promos and vignettes and
it's
interviews
and we got to see more of that.
So,
interviews, we really do need to get more of those going because
we miss Andre.
Yeah, but then after that we had Johnny O'Mara taking on Jason Silver, and
pretty physical.
Pretty physical. Oh, jeez. Both of these guys love to be snug. It's just
one of them's Irish and they love to fight.
Yeah,
and the other one just is a vampire.
Oh, I'd almost forgotten Finley.
How could you forget Finley?
I don't know.
Jeez, sir.
It's like I guess it's just because honestly, except for a couple of very, specific places, they didn't really use him well in WWE.
No, not really. I mean, his biggest runs were kind of towards the end, but WCW was great. New Japan
more
stuff
centered
was
around
great.
other people. So.
His son's killing it right now, so that's
really
good. David Finley, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go check him out.
Him and Juice Robinson are the tag champs right now in Impact, and then also are pretty big in New Japan.
So nice. Okay.
They're Fin Juice.
Really?
Yeah, that's their name, Fin Juice.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But Johnny O'Mara, Jason Silver, I mean, it's like we were expecting it and we got it. We saw a lot of red marks throughout the whole match.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, both these guys are snug, and that's exactly the way they like it.
It is, and we almost saw another one of Silver's bottles almost get destroyed. It's funny.
I think we did.
That's later. I meant during the match because it's sitting there and it was teetering. And I go, oh, not again, not again.
No.
And then Silver realized and brought it back. I was like, okay, not yet. We weren't ready to break it yet.
Yeah, no, that's kind of important for later on. And it's.
Yeah,
I'm wondering where they're going with Jason now.
I don't know because the whole little I don't want to say temper tantrum, but it's kind of what it was at the end of the match was very different than Silver's we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
So yeah, very curious to see where we're going with this Silver character. The video package after,
where he did break the bottle. And
it was like he was talking to it like Palmer talked to the mask. Like, I don't know. It's like the bottle was talking, and I think it was it had to be Pat because you weren't sitting next to me this week. Yeah. I leaned over and I was like, there's something really weird going on with this bottle in him. Like it was kind of intense at moments where I'm like, long as we don't get weird X-rays later on. Well, and that's what I was saying. I was like, has this bottle been places? Like, what the hell's going on with this?
He's gonna kill us on
it was
Saturday.
kind of intense at times. I'm like, ooh,
But yeah, it's like
whose blood is in that bottle?
Yeah. I'm wondering if he did the.
It's like
the,
a first love or something. Jeez.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder if he did the pomegranate and thickener thing. I don't know. But yeah, no, that match that was pretty good, and I'm really wondering what it's going to set up in the long run because you know we see what's happening with Jason Silver. Johnny O'Mara is getting wins, but not exactly a push.
I mean, it's one of those where if you also look at the wins he's gotten, it's to also further like this one. It's to further someone's downfall and demise.
Yeah.
You know, it was, you know, he got the win. What was it? Schaefer. Yeah. And that's to, you know, further.
Well, Schaefer. He got the loss to Schaefer, but he tossed him over the.
That's what, yeah. That's
he
right,
got the better of him, quote unquote.
Right.
We got the win over Exodus, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just those things where it's kind of like, yeah, O'Mara's, I don't know. He's one of those where he's going to win, he's going to lose. It's not exactly. 50, he's not exactly, he's not exactly built like Zero, where he comes out and you're like, oh, he's going to lose. Yeah. Which I guess now we don't think of that at all now.
Yeah. Well, that's matches next, so I guess let's go ahead and talk about that.
Oh, guess what? Segue. See, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I was just figuring we were also talking about Johnny defeating Exodus, and then, you know, it all builds to it because we had the MPX Addicts Championship match between the champion at the time, Zero, taking on Exodus Prime, the challenger. And
I was so disappointed Doug was not there. And he knew. There was a reason he wasn't there, and it's because he knew.
He knew. Oh. He knew what was going to happen, and he's just like, nope, I can't be there. I can't take this.
Oh, my God. I wanted that so much. I wanted Exodus to get that win. Well, okay. Like I said, last week I was torn. I didn't know if I wanted to win or lose because I love Zero, and I want Zero to have a lengthy kind of title reign because I felt he deserved it.
Yeah.
But if he did lose, it's weird that's your first defense, but Exodus is the guy to go with.
And they did do shenanigans with it because, you know, it's like the whole pulling the ref and everything.
Yeah. But just Exodus getting that win, rolling out, putting that title right in Doug's face, that would have been so great.
But I gotta say, is like what Exodus did afterward. It had me marking out
again,
and it had Cole so pissed he left.
Give people the mics.
Oh yeah,
like man, Exodus it was so great. And yeah, the whole putting his foot on title pissed off a lot of people. You even heard someone say, "Get your foot off the belt, asshole." And I was like, "Oh, wow, people are taking this kind of all right, cool. This is good."
I mean, considering what happened to the last Addicts title,
well, it's memorized up at the front as soon as you walk in.
Still completely bent out of shape.
Which, you know, I guess. What does Dexter have to say about this? Because again, this
is... you saw what he said. He said this was great. We had a real champion. Yeah. And of course, Exodus is like, I don't know what title you're talking about. Which I've got to say is probably one of the more interesting things about this is the fact that he's doing I don't care about this title. I don't want this title. Fuck this title.
Well, and that's what I love. Immediately, somebody coming like, take that title to Florida. And he goes, oh, it's staying at home. Y'all never seen it again. Yeah. I was like, oh man. And that's the thing. I'm kind of curious. Are we going to never see the X title again, or is he going to do kind of like NATO did in New Japan with the IC, where he literally would just throw it around like, I don't care about this title, or fuck it, or is he actually literally not going to bring it out? Because if he's in a title match and say the person wins the match, dude, where's the title? You know, it's one of those things. So I feel like
we're gonna have another who's got the belt, who's the champion.
I feel like MPX management has, if it's a title match, has to force him to bring it, but if it's not a title match, he just leaves it at home. Who knows? That makes sense. But the match itself was so good.
I've got to say, I love Zero.
Yep.
And he's been one of my favorites since since the Rumble back in 2018. And I've got to say that this is the best he has looked in the entire time I've known him.
Robert Fetterman was good though.
He came out with such high hopes.
I enjoyed that one. I thought he did some good work there.
But this was hands down probably Zero's best match I've seen in the last 3 years.
Yeah,
he's like, there was a lot of great storytelling in it. There was just a lot of wonderful. We saw new stuff from Zero.
Well, and I had even joked with someone outside, a former wrestler, that I was like, man, it's crazy when you actually give Zero a match. I forget what he can actually do.
Yeah, no, it's amazing what you get when you actually give him a chance.
Like, it was good, and it's one of those where I kind of want him. Like I said, I wouldn't mind if we did, like, I hate hot potato titles, but if we did that here, I wouldn't mind it. Somehow Zero gets another title shot and he takes it from Exodus. I wouldn't mind it because, again, Exodus is one of those where right now as the heel, he's one of the hottest heels we have in MPX. So I don't think winning, dropping would hurt him that much. I think the drop to 0, it may hurt him a little.
Yeah.
So, and that's one of those where I don't want to see him to go away again.
If he does lose it, he's kind of got to lose it to someone almost bigger than him. And I'm
Right.
not talking size. I'm talking just,
Yeah.
you know, as we're talking about, we're going to talk about later, you know, his match at Destiny.
Which is another one where it's like, man, the match is going to be
torn.
amazing, but I
I'm
don't know
so
where we're going
torn.
with it.
Oh, I'm so very torn.
I know.
But yeah, no, this was probably, if it weren't for the main event, it's like we are talking about, it's like first match could have been match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Second match, just simply for what it achieved, could have been match of the
Right.
night. Omara and Silver was a really good match.
So good.
It was, so it's like that could have been a match of the night. This would have been match of the night were it not for like the penultimate and the main event.
Yeah.
Because just
it was, everything has been, it's weird. I think everyone is ramping up to Destiny knowing that, okay, if I'm not going to be on the Destiny card, well, I got to show out the week before.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's been amazing.
Yeah. And after that, we got, you know, we got to see somebody that unfortunately we're not going to see at Destiny, but we'll see his opponent. We got Prince Adam returning to MPX, taking on the Tommy Becker.
That was so great.
And this match was fantastic.
Oh man, this match. One, everyone knows I'm a huge Prince Adam fan, and I'm a huge the Tommy Becker fan. And just the chemistry right off the bat.
They were hilarious, and it was just so entertaining.
Just the great impressionist that Prince Adam is.
Yes.
And then just getting on the rope and you hear me yelling, he's taller. Well, it's the biggest Mexican in the room. Yeah. I mean, obviously. And it's weird because I said that and you immediately hear like a hush in the crowd. I'm like, does no one remember that moniker? Did I just sound racist for a second? I'm like, what the hell? He
called himself.
Exactly. That's what he used to go by. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we weren't doing that anymore.
And it's like, yeah, he's the Chicano Kaiju as well, but it's like he uses like 3-4 different ones.
Which is amazing. And just I talked about it on the new Texas Pro tapings, the Texas Grand Prix, when they come out. Tommy Becker was MVP because we finally got to see the athleticism, and he finally got to highlight how good he is. And he did the same here with Prince Adam. Him and Prince Adam are just amazing.
Yeah, it's like they were able to put on such an athletic show. It was kind of like watching, you were talking about comparing Tommy to Shawn Michaels. Let's compare Prince Adam to who he's most like, Rey Mysterio.
Exactly.
So, like, imagine that match. Both men in their prime going at it like they did.
It was so good. And it's one of those where I have no problem with some of the talent on AEW Dark, Elevation, whatever, but how the hell Prince Adam hasn't caught anyone's eye yet, or Larger Than Life for that matter. There's actually a lot of people in Texas we could go on and on saying how they're not caught their eye yet.
The list is not.
I have no problem with the women of Texas getting their due because there's a lot of them that should. Alex Garcia, Genocide, you know, all these people, Vert Vixen, all these people are using on Dynamite are great in Elevation and Dark and all that, but why are we not getting the Prince Adams, the, you know, Larger Than Lives, the Jackson Stones? Like, we're not getting any of the male talent featured in there. It's just kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
It's like we got 2, possibly 3, and it's like,
said Prince Adam did the Tommy skip better than Tommy did.
Can you say it's better than the original, though? I don't know. That's kind of hard.
Yes.
I don't know. Sometimes the remake is better. I don't know.
Well, Snyder Cut did prove that right, so.
God, that's not a high bar to clear, though.
Hey. Okay, I know you're not wrong, but
yeah, exactly.
But no, again, it's just I mean Lance is there, which is amazing. They're just they don't use him right because AEW booking sucks.
They don't use him right. It's like Sammy keeps getting put into the background.
He kind of did that to himself, though.
Fair.
He had issues and said things, and he's getting punished for it.
Yeah,
it depends how he rises after it. If he's going to do well or not.
I hope he's smart enough to come back from that. But it's like, and Fuego's start making more waves.
Fuego's getting there, which is technically Oklahoma.
Certain other cowboy types in the crowd lately.
Yeah,
I know you're not his biggest fan, but I know there are other people who do like him.
Yeah, he's good. It's not I'm not a fan. It amazes me how one wrestler in AEW that will remain nameless thinks it's the greatest character in the world, and it's a fucking cowboy gimmick. We have fucking 30 of them in Texas. Why was this one your favorite? I just don't.
Yeah,
I didn't get it.
I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know. But of course, Ryan interfering at the end of the match, and I loved it's like Adam actually chased him around the ring, and Ryan's like, "Well, nope.
Oh, it was so great, and that's.
I mean, you gotta be afraid of the Chicano Kaiju. Right?
Exactly. I mean, it's Prince Adam. Everyone should fear him. And that match was good, and then obviously Tommy getting the win, and it was one of those things where the whole time we're trying to figure out, okay, what's this tag team match going to be?
Yeah,
we had several ideas.
Weeks.
Because we're like, it has to be someone. It's either going to be an actual big tag team we're bringing in, which I didn't really think we do because we are kind of limited on bringing people in. So I was like, okay, it's going to be a tag team that's kind of just thrown together like we've seen.
Yeah.
And it's been like, okay, well, we had Palmer, maybe Palmer and Red. The idea we talked about trainer and trainer teaming up or whatever. And
it's like, well, there's also the strange bedfellows thing where, it's like if Hardakis wasn't returning to have that match with Brixton Shaw, we'd possibly see the strange bedfellows of Brixton Shaw and Red.
And then given with knowing who was in the main event tonight or Saturday, maybe we'll get 1 million and one legs because, they, to my knowledge, have not had an LTL title shot. So
I'm not,
maybe it was them. And then the video package played and
we were sitting there like, wait, who is this?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What is this?
Which is part of me knew. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there, I'm watching this and I'm like, it can't be. I was like, it's him. See, and I actually had thought that too because, that would be cool.
Strange bedfellows.
Exactly.
Turtle Girl said, can we get an Adam stand-up comedy hour?
Yeah.
I think he's more physical comedy than stand-up
So
comedy.
he's Gallagher.
Yeah.
I would watch this.
I would totally watch this.
Yeah.
But of course, the return of the Sagan cheering section as Dave Sagan came home.
And just, again, there's no one other than Jericho that reinvents himself more than Sagan.
And does it successfully, because you have those people that do, reinvent themselves and everything like that.
Oh, yeah, like the great Kerwin Wright, remember?
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, what, you weren't a fan of Kerwin Wright?
If there was any silver lining whatsoever to the unfortunate passing of Eddie Guerrero, it was the death of Kerwin White.
Oh God, yeah, that's true.
Don't get me wrong, I'd take Kerwin White back in a heartbeat if we got Eddie back as well. But
was that the Soul Stone thing? Soul for a soul?
Oh, good Lord!
Is that literally what you were just comparing right now?
I guess, yeah, kind of. It's like I hate.
What did it cost? Everything.
Absolutely everything. It cost one of the greatest ever. Actually, it cost more than that because of the domino effect. We won't get into that. That's not our show. Watch Dark Side of the Ring for that shit. There
you go. That's the TikTok you can do. The little domino effect theory one.
Yeah. But so Sagan is returning, and I love the story that he gave with this
because it was so good.
Yeah.
And it was, and the only
There's
thing...
that word with these guys again.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tommy. Hi, Tommy.
The thing that was great about it, and I didn't even mean it when we were doing Mainline, was he went on a whole thing of he was never asked. Jimmy didn't ask. I was like, well, of course Jimmy couldn't ask you because blah. And then I was like, wait, did I just really ruin everything? I was like, were people supposed to forget about that?
It's just one of those things of, and that's why I was like, oh, like Jamie Aller follows the rules.
And then that's when I think I caught that. I go, oh yeah, wait, shit, I might have just ruined this whole thing.
That's the problem with being our kind of fan. We pay attention to the continuity of the show.
Right.
That's why I'm sitting here talking about how it's like, oh yeah, Jason Silver and Hardakis are going to be in the Rumble. Jason's got no problem. He's already eliminated Hardakis from the Rumble before.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of thing.
And that's the thing, like, he was telling that story and the whole time watching, and fans were quiet then. I mean, that was also part of the other problem, though, is they were quiet when he returned, too, and that's what pissed me off. Mm-hmm. You have one of the greatest storytellers in MPX history, and we're not going to really give him... Anyways, yeah, I already bitched about that.
Yeah, that's something you could rant about forever.
But he's telling the story, and he's sitting there, and he's just like, Who's Jerome? Where is he now? Who's Jack? Yeah, Jackson got pinned, but guess what? He's still not around, and the year, blah, blah. He's just going on, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's just so good. And you could feel and that's the thing with Sagan that he's always done so well. You can feel the emotion, and you can feel everything he's saying is something even if he doesn't truly 100% believe, you think he 100% believes it, because that's what he makes you feel.
Yeah.
He's got to be, and I know you like saying the word, he's got to be one of the greatest actors we've had because of the whole theater background or whatever. It's just, again, to me, he's one of the best storytellers we've had in MPX history. And for him to only be doing it 3 or 4 years on MPX and to accomplish everything he's already accomplished,
which is just about everything.
It is everything except for a Rumble. Well, no, he won the Rumble. He
Rumble.
has done everything.
Yeah.
Dave and just incredible. Full circle.
Oh, good Lord.
The last time I saw Just Incredible, I never want to see Just Incredible again.
Yeah, I love Just Incredible, but never again, please.
Man,
but,
he was at another show and he was what,
Dave
300 something pounds?
That's a funny story in and of itself.
Yeah. But I mean,
I need to find that and re-release it.
Freaking, yeah, Credible looked like he ate Credible, so no, I really don't want to see him again. But no, Dave and a mystery partner announced for Large in Life. He's coming after Large in Life. He's coming after the belt.
Dave's saying, it's like, oh, you guys call yourself the best friends of MPX. I've got a best friend too. And
which none of us really know who that is. Shut your mouth. None of us know who that is.
Well, it could be, I don't know. Could be Byron. Could be James.
Could be them. Could be Lizzie.
Yeah.
Which again,
that would ruin continuity, but who cares?
He got rid of all three of those. Although I'm pretty sure James said, "Oh, you need a friend."
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we saw that. It could be James.
And I wouldn't mind it being any three of those, but it's been built to be something bigger, I think.
Yeah.
So I would be a little disappointed. As much as I love Byron and James and Lizzie, I'd be a little disappointed.
Yeah.
And
especially since it's being built as such a
and even if it is best friend, really not really type thing, it has to be somewhat of a bigger name.
That's why when Top Hat says Wesley, I'm like, yeah, I could see that.
It's Baby D.
It's Baby D. Yes. Yes. Baby D and Dave Sagan, tag team champions.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, no.
But
she's a former MPX prospect champion. You know, she could do it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Our partner's best friends, though.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say yeah when they're in the room. Mine doesn't watch this.
Oh, no, I'm thinking about
Mine doesn't watch this. I can say that.
My ex-wife. I loved her to death, but she was not my best friend because she did not share my interests.
So, yeah.
Prophet says, I will only accept James Johnson if he returns to Gigolo James Johnson.
I don't know if Dave knows that form of James Johnson.
I think that would be very interesting to see.
Hey, we get to hear the Friends theme, so I'm down with it.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I don't know, but I'm excited to see that one. We'll talk more.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've talked a lot about that one. We'll talk even more about that one when we start talking about Destiny.
Yep.
But let's also talk about the MPX Prospect Championship as Joe Angelo Garcia defended against Jackson Stone. Everybody.
Which, man, this match again, like I said at the beginning, that they deserve more than the Addicts gave them.
It was, yeah, because it's just like
this match was so good.
And I got to see a finish I have never seen before.
You've never seen this finish?
I've not with the Prospect Championship.
Okay, touche.
In
regards to the Prospect,
when I first learned the rules of the Prospect Championship, this was a question I asked,
and it's very brilliant on Joe's part. I mean, yeah, you can't lose the title on a DQ. You don't get your fourth success, but you also don't lose. So
yeah,
hey, I thought it was brilliant because again, we haven't done it before. Now, if it's something we had done before, then okay, it may not be as good.
Yeah.
But the fact that this is the first time it's happened, it's great. And it also continued a story and a feud.
Yeah. No, we get to see that go on even longer.
Because,
and,
again, this is another one. Last week, me and you were talking about how we're so torn on.
Yeah.
Because we don't want the Prospect title to go away, which technically is what happened if Joe wins his fourth. But we also don't want Joe to really lose it either.
Yeah.
So It's like, what do we do? And they figured out what to do, and it was perfect.
And it leads also to the question of who's going to be that fourth defense. Is it still going to be Jackson? Because MPX management was rushing to get a rematch done, but Joe is pretty much trying to say no to that. Is it going to be?
Don't get automatic rematches in MPX, now do you?
Yeah, but considering the hinky finish of this one, it's just,
you go back to the line.
We'll see.
Yeah,
management has made some strange calls before. We'll see.
But it was so great, and you've got two of the best wrestlers, best safe wrestlers in the world.
Safe wrestlers
that know exactly what they're doing.
Thinks that Jackson is who?
Some asshole.
I mean, just how do you watch wrestling and think Jackson is unsafe?
It's because they don't know anything. That's the problem with social media. It's giving everyone a voice, and everyone decides.
It's like the good thing and the bad thing. Everybody has a voice, but everybody has a voice.
Not everyone needs a voice. If social media went around and not everyone had a fucking voice, Trump probably wouldn't have been president. If you actually think about it.
Hey, we're not getting into politics on this show, guys.
I'm just saying, it's even this. Everyone's got a voice, and look, the reason we do what we do is because we're allowed. MPX has actually allowed us to do this. If one day MPX and management said, "Hey, we don't like this, stop," we would have to stop technically. And it's one of those,
a lot of stuff we do. I mean, we can still.
I mean, it's one of those things where, out of respect, I would. But the problem now is
welcome to Lucha Brutal Rehab.
Yeah, Ro would still love us.
Yeah.
It's
That's
the
coming
thing.
Back soon, I hope.
It's supposed to be 2021.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, is everyone all of a sudden now wants to write these pieces and wants to give their voice and give their opinion, and that's all great and good, except when you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. And look, I don't claim to know what I'm talking about all the time, and I'll even usually preface that with "it's my opinion" or "Hey, I think I know, but I don't know." And then we go on and we talk about something. No, this person literally just acts like they know what the fuck they're talking about, and they don't, and they need to shut the fuck up.
I don't know the guy. I'm not making any. He's like, I've already got one person who doesn't like me because of a misunderstanding, and so whatever. Let's go ahead and move on to the next match because talking about that match is just going to keep us heated. We got the tag team match of Noah and Red, Master Trainers, is what somebody said.
Yeah, and I don't know why. Like, they're not masters, and they're not trainers. They're trainee. They're still rookies.
I don't know. It threw me. Versus Menage a Trois, or Menage a No More.
Which is not true. There are still two members of Menage a Trois. People are forgetting that. Again, maybe I'm still ruining things because I remember everything.
They haven't come back. I guess they looked at CJ and went like, that's even too far for us, man.
I was going to say, Double D fit in Menage a perfect.
He did. And it's like him interacting with his wife was just, it's like when the two of them interact with each other, yes, they are a perfect fit for Menage a Trois. And just, I don't know. I kind of missed that, because that was nice, but I don't know where they've been.
They've been killing it in other places.
Yeah, but Larry and CJ obviously not on the same page through this match because
go get it. Yeah, if you're gonna bark.
If you're gonna dogs.
But no, Larry and CJ, off on the page. Larry hadn't really been around CJ, and CJ didn't necessarily want help when he had the Addicts title. CJ got mad that Larry tried to win the title. Like there was a lot of things going on.
What do you expect? It's a title match.
And we also, I guess if people heard the video right, got a tad spoiler maybe.
I'm pretty sure I heard CJ say that Sagan was there, and that's where we were kind of. I think that's what caused us to see the video.
Maybe because I swear I heard that, but I also wasn't sure, and I kept asking people, and they're like, "Yeah," and then some said no, and I'm like, "Okay,
what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, so it may have been one of the. It may have been one of those.
That video was supposed to be after Sagan's announcement.
Probably should have been played maybe before their match. Yeah. But no, CJ and Larry. It's one of those where. We didn't want Menage a Trois to end even when Tatum left.
Yeah.
And now, I don't know, seeing CJ by himself, I think is when I was like, you know what? I didn't want it to end, but it probably should.
It fits, yeah.
Because these men singly are good. And Larry, like I think you even said, you love Loverboy Larry by himself.
Yeah.
Like the music, the character, everything about him is better.
Yeah, and it's like I'll be honest. If I do want to see him in another tag team, it's one that if you're paying attention to my comments,
it's one you haven't even seen.
I've seen videos of it, but I haven't had the chance to.
Don't you remember what
live.
Mr. Hill said?
Considering
stop asking for things that you have not seen.
I don't know if I should take that advice from the same person who booked Riviera.
Maybe he saw him.
Did he though?
No, it doesn't have a fishing gimmick, or else they would have been the master beaters.
Oh,
you're not allowed to read comments anymore.
That's just top hat.
We are a family show, for fuck's sake. God.
Then it comes back with, I want the return of Fear the Beard Larry.
Yeah.
Fear the Beard Larry.
Yep.
Okay, was that the manliest men?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But no, the tag match was good. It's weird how Casey and Noah was so good as a team, but there's something about Red and Noah that just fits and works better.
I know. And it's like Noah picking up the win on this one. It's just like everything about it just looked. I actually talked to Noah after the show. It's like it looked so much better. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe
Casey just really does cast that big of a shadow.
That too, but I think it also might just be the fact that Casey and Noah, they've been best friends since they were third grade or whatever, something like that. There was a number 3 involved in there, I'm sure. But they're just so comfortable together that Noah doesn't feel like he needs to really push himself as much because, hey, I've got my best friend by me.
See, and I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. I'm kind of the opposite. Like, if me and my friend, or my best friend, are sitting there, the team, I'm going to go all out because I want to either match him or I want to protect him.
Yeah, but we've also seen it with certain other tag teams where, it's like there was 2 guys who were really good friends with each other, and so therefore they just kind of slacked a bit.
Yeah, I guess.
And it didn't work out that well.
Right.
I mean, it's 2 people who are great, but not great together.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, and again, Casey and Noah were a good tag team. There was a clear cut Sean and Marty.
Yeah.
And with Red and Noah, they mesh so well together. It's one of those that's like LTL. Well, they're both good.
I mean, if nothing else, they're gear matches.
Well, yeah, I actually was proud and happy for that because I'm big on that.
What about the boys?
The boys are probably one of the greatest tag teams to come in a long while.
Yeah.
Simply just whole cloth. But
I wish we got the boys more as a team.
So do I. And it's like, considering what we know about the boys outside of MPX, I'm not surprised by that because y'all have like all the right ingredients for just an incredible team.
Yeah, they're good.
And I did mean what I said. We do need to get both of you guys on Rehab at some point.
Yeah.
I'll have to get a bigger couch, but
Yeah. But I mean, and that's the thing. This match was so good, and it tells a story of Noah and Red finding themselves after Noah and Casey splitting, and Red just getting the absolute
and it also
taught into him out of Palmer.
Told the parallel story of CJ and Larry breaking apart, because kind of Tatum was the glue between them because they were the perfect triangle,
which is kind of funny. Tatum was the glue all along. But no, CJ and Larry, like we said, I like both of them singly. I didn't want Menage to end, but after a while, after seeing it, it's time. It ran its course. It was a great course.
And you know what?
It gave us some of the greatest memories, one of the greatest theme songs we've had in MPX.
It's kind of like, it's like we had that breakup between the Impact players and Dave Sagan. So when Dave Sagan rejoined the Impact players to defend Jamie.
Right.
Suddenly that made for an incredible team up. The Lost Boys, they broke up and they, it's like they were at war.
And as you're saying that, and I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I really don't know if, say, 2 years from now, we get Tatum, Larry, and CJ joining forces. I don't know if I'm going to get that same feel. Like you're saying that, and I'm like, I'm thinking, and I'm trying to think, and I'm thinking.
We could probably get a good nostalgia feel off of that. I mean, especially with the Tater Club section.
Okay, yeah, those 5 people who love Tatum. I don't know. Not like Impact players are not like Lost Boys because Lost Boys hadn't been together in forever, and that's what I think was special about that one. Sagan and people, I think, even though they don't want to admit it, how good and how much Ryan, Tommy, and Sagan meant to MPX.
Yeah,
that's what made that one special.
Yeah.
Yes, Menage was great. Yes, they did good stories, and yes, it was a good run. I don't know if it's going to be this great DX Shield reunion type thing. I mean, and who knows?
don't know.
2 or 3 years from now, that might change.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like we might see, because honestly, one of the great things about the Lost Boys one was the fact that they teased it every once in a while. Because,
Right.
you know, we got Sky was supposed to come back with Jason to take the tag team titles from, what was it, the Cool or the Great? No. Yeah, it was the Cool.
I think it was the Cool.
Yeah. And, you know, it was like, but of course, Sky got the crap beaten out of him before the match even happened. And who comes out? Hardakis.
Right.
So we got that little bit of a tease
Yeah.
right there. So it kind of set it up in everybody's mind. And then when it actually happened later
Right.
on, that was just probably one against Menage a Trois of all.
Yep.
Funny how things come full circle here.
Well, when you've got someone who only barely likes tag teams and you got 3 tag teams there.
True. But it's like, when the Lost Boys reunited to win the tag team championships off of Menage a Trois, the crowd lost their minds because they were
Right.
already like, "Hey, these two are a tag team. They should team up together." And
Yep.
then it happens.
Exactly. And it's just another thing. It's also the rejoin. I don't, as hot as Tatum has been singly, I just don't see people reacting if he was to rejoin a group.
Yeah, true. I mean, honestly, I think it would have to be the right tag team.
It would have to be the right tag team, and it have to be, like I said, who knows what could happen 2 years from now. It has to be the right moment.
I
And
agree.
that's the other thing about
A Menage a
reunions.
Trois reunion would definitely have to be the right moment.
Right. Because, I mean, even case in point, the last Shield reunion really wasn't that great. And it's because the moment really wasn't right for it.
That's because they were rushing.
And it
to
was rushed
do it before
because
Moxley-
Dean
I'm
is-
sorry,
yeah.
Dean left
Yeah.
WWE.
Yep. But no, again, I'm interested for the split because, again, I love CJ singly, and I really want him to have a good singles run in MPX.
Yeah.
And he did wonderful at the Alex title. I would like to see him do a little more. I think given the opportunity, CJ could be a top heel in MPX.
I agree.
And Larry's always been solid singly. The character, the Loverboy character, the music, like you said, it's our favorite Larry. Yes, I wouldn't mind the Kingsmen returning.
I could go with either one. I'm just like, I want to see Schaefer and Larry tag again.
Yeah.
I mean, we already got sort of a tease, or at least the fact that they're still, you know, brothers and buddies and everything like that.
Right.
When Larry helped Michael win the Addicts Championship, which we need that one again.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too, though. I'm also torn with that because, man, if given the opportunity and given pushed as a monster, Schaefer could be our top heel.
He really could.
Like, I mean, Schaefer, when he had the prospect title several times and defended and went on just to
Especially
lose,
with especially with
man.
the whole legacy idea that he's going
Exactly.
for. That's one of the great.
Well, the problem with that now is that needs to change because he's already failed off that.
yeah.
And I'm not meaning that as a diss because I know people always think
that's
I hate
just
Schaefer.
how it was written. It's
That's
like
how it's
they
written,
kinda
and that's
ruined that.
they've ruined that. Schaefer needs a reinvention for Schaefer would do wonders, I think.
Top Hat says more so if it also brought back Mr. Nigel Rabbit as their manager.
Oh yes, that's another good reason to get the Kingsmen in. Get Nigel Rabbit in. At
No,
MPX
no,
again.
you want the manliest men.
I want either one. I just, like I said, I just want them to tag again at least once.
Yeah.
You know.
Tommy Prince also says, "Who wants that smoke? The playground's nice and all, but I'm trying to kick and punch some peeps."
Well, it is peep season, so.
Yeah, true.
Ugh, did you say the disgusting thing Pepsi did?
What?
No, they have.
Single one?
No, they have Pepsi Peeps.
What?
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I saw.
Saw it all over Facebook.
I saw the hot tamale peeps, which actually sound really good, but
Anything peep. The only good peep is in the trash. The peeps are horrible.
see, my mom loved.
Worst thing in the world.
My mom absolutely loves peeps, so I grew
Candy
up-
corn and peeps need to be thrown in the trash. Absolutely disgusting candy.
Want to guess what two of my favorite candies are?
Trash candy. You like both of them, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Even Top Hat says, "Disgrace."
Eh,
Trash candy. It's horrible.
live with it.
Of course he does. Sky has the hot tamale peeps.
See, so there you go. I was.
Top Hat.
Boy, he eats Skip, so come on.
I don't know what's washing the flavor out of what.
Tommy Prince says, "I'm crazy and I don't even like peeps."
Thank you.
But
I knew I loved the Mad Prince.
But yeah,
Graggy
this.
says, "I want the two guys who could kill the Kaiju."
Let's go ahead and talk about the main event, because
Yes.
I did say it's the match that everybody was there for because it was, you know.
Where were they then?
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, you guys were so quiet. I tried to play it up, but I
No.
can only do so much.
Let's be honest. Tatum comes out, music hits, we're happy. Oh, then he gets attacked, and we're just going to be silent all night.
Yeah. Although this match was so beautiful. It was so great.
So good.
I mean, the psychology of it was fucking amazing.
Psychology is great. I've said it before, and I'm sure people are tired of hearing me saying it, but the future is so fucking bright in MPX.
It really is.
With guys like Tatum and Casey and Noah and Red and Legs and just even Tommy and Ryan, who have not even been doing it that long.
Yeah, I know. It's really weird to remember how young they are. And I'm not just talking in their careers. I'm talking like themselves.
Yeah, Red actually kind of shocked. I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah.
Well, and I say that old. He's still young, but I was thinking he's 18, 19-year-old kid.
No.
I mean, it's probably the Pokemon that threw me off, too.
Probably.
So,
it's like, no, he's a younger millennial, not a Zoomer. I hate that generational BS. But no, this match between these two, just the start of the match being Casey attacking Tatum from behind, taking out the knee.
That was worked on the week before. Mm-hmm. Just beautiful.
And then just like capitalizing on it time and time again. It's like it didn't lead to the finish of the knee or anything, but that's fine because it debilitated Casey or Tatum enough that Casey was able to get the win, which we said that was probably
which is smart because I mean his move's the code breaker, so take out his knee, he can't hit it.
Yeah.
And if he does hit it, it hurts himself, as we saw.
Yeah, so he can't get all of it.
Exactly.
So that's the
the finish I thought was brilliant. That was a finish I didn't see coming. These two men just, like I said, the future is so bright, and they were so good.
And then the high spot of the entire freaking match.
The moonsault into a super kick.
That was just so beautifully executed. It just shows
beautifully caught by Brian.
And that's actually why I talked to Brian about using his photos in our opening. Because I'm just like, you have to see these beautiful shots this guy does.
Well, and it also amazes me, like I was talking to my friend, I was like, it amazes me, we get these such great shots from someone who sits front row, not even walking ringside.
Yeah.
Not even over on the proper side of the barricade. No, he sits front row on the right as a fan side barricade, yet he gets these amazing shots, and it's incredible. I mean, I just don't know how good it is.
The only person who really could get better shots is Ross, and he does get them on occasion.
Exactly, or even Bear Brownsbaum gets great shots.
Oh God, yeah, no, she gets.
But she's on the other side of the ring, Yeah.
So just the fact that he's able to get these incredible shots
it's
he does.
Crazy how good he is at it.
It's like we make jokes about, hey, can we get like a dedicated section for the certified mark team and everything like that?
No,
he needs like that front and center area. That
he's got it. And I immediately, if someone sat there and he's like, hey, that's my seat, and they tried to find him, I guarantee you there'd be 20 of us standing there. They go, no, you need to get the fuck up. That's Brian's spot. That's MPX photographer spot right there. Get the fuck out.
It's like I will give up my spot so that he can have his spot.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll put it that way.
The shots are amazing.
And it's like for everything we do for MPX and everything like that, I still just like look at him like, nope, he's better for MPX than we are.
But no, and while we're also talking about photos, Greg, amazing photo shoot he did with Zero, Dave, and Tatum most recently. Those three, those headshots are beautiful.
I wish I could afford to get his services because I'd love to get some good shots of us. Put them on the website.
I was going to say I would fear for it. I don't like my picture being taken, so yeah, I would not be good at it. I literally would be like, all right, tell me what you want and I'll try to do it.
I don't know, just get a shot of you holding a mic and
Exactly. Be like, fuck you. I mean, I guess I could do the Tatum junkie like he was doing.
Maybe, we'll see. But Casey getting the win on this one. We had said before that felt like the right finish to us.
It did because it would, like I said, having Tatum lose not going to hurt him. And I hate people are like, oh, wins and losses hurt. You can still lose and be made. Tatum losing the way he did still keeps him. It still keeps him good. Yeah. But if Casey was to lose that, I feel it kills his momentum. Yet now you've built Casey up. You can build him to Purple Rain against Frankie, which is maybe where we're going. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because we still need that finish. But now you've also established Casey as kind of a dominant heel. And
God, yeah, it's like we talk about Exodus being one of our top heels. Casey's one of our top heels too.
Casey came
course,
out of nowhere with it.
I kind of have this this like mental, I guess, vignette in my head of Casey and Exodus just basically running into each other in the back, and instead of being like the hey yeah man we get along great like Exodus and Sebastian did, it'd be the trying to one up each other.
I was gonna say I pictured them like MJF and Jericho.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly how it would play out.
Yeah,
until Exodus turns his back on Casey.
You think it would be Exodus turning his back on?
Oh, of course, 100%.
Yeah.
Exodus would be the one to turn his back on.
I mean, he's already, billed as the most self-serving of all of the guys there.
So, but I can't wait to see where we go with Casey with this, and Tatum, how we rebound.
Yeah.
Because that's, and how he comes off the knee injury. Because say something happens and we see Tatum next week or the week after.
I don't know.
Is he still... Well, it still served from 2 weeks ago. That's why Casey went after it. So
we've got the card here thanks to MPX management. And it's like, and whose name is like mysteriously missing?
Well, he's injured.
Yeah. So I guess we're not gonna. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Destiny because, like I said, we have the card. As a matter of fact, MPX management was kind enough to let us in on a couple of things to give to you guys as last minute announcements.
I didn't get that.
You didn't get that? I guess MPX management doesn't like you as much as you think. But yeah, no, this
figured I'd let you have your little moment.
This whole card.
I would suggest going
bottom top. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with one that hasn't been announced. The a 6-man elimination match for a shot at the tag team titles on May 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not sure exactly about how that one's going to work, but
yeah. What's May 22nd? It's one of those things where it's like, okay, at first that's a mysterious date. Number one, number two, this is for a tag title shot, yet they're individuals.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess they're representing the teams that they're going
right,
to
and
be.
that was something we were talking about. I was like, okay, so is this these 6 men are in it, and if they win, they get a partner of their choosing, or their already established tag partner.
Yeah.
Or is this kind of like a redemption match because, say, LTL somehow defends and wins their title? Because everyone on here has had a tag title shot before, I think. At least some of them, most of them have.
Yeah, it's like I think
there's two of them that. Actually, I think there's only one. I think Envy did have a title shot.
Did he?
Wasn't that
tag title shot?
Wasn't that him and Collins where they split?
Right.
Yeah.
And who would he choose? Because I don't know. Maybe Exodus will go for a title that he actually recognizes and team up with him. Because I still want to see that.
But Exodus doesn't seem like he works well with others.
I don't know.
He doesn't like anyone.
He likes a director who
barely likes Lugo.
Yeah. I think he likes a director who recognizes his star power.
Actually, what stable I actually wouldn't mind, and it's going to sound bad, but bear with me when I'm trying to say this: Exodus, Envy, and Marcus Rose. You got 3 of the loudest,
especially with Rose's new.
Oh, those new tights are amazing.
Those are amazing.
Oh, so beautiful.
And when I saw who made them, I'm like, okay, that explains why Dylan Dunbar is.
Those tights are beautiful.
They
but
are.
3 of the loudest people who never shut the fuck up in MPX history together. Oh, it'd be so great.
Yeah.
Just the explosion when they split as well.
Participants in the match. We've got Red Chambers coming in. So obviously his
him and Noah
would be Noah.
Yeah.
Ashton Jacobs. Maybe he
Mox.
and Mox would get a second chance.
Yeah. It was a match everyone liked and a team that no one thought would work that worked very well.
Yeah, they actually worked a whole lot better than we expected.
Yeah.
Envy, of course, and like I said, I don't know who he would team with after he won, but who knows? Matt Locke, again, I'm not sure who you would team with.
Well, he has Storm or he's got Dexter.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Tim Storm back.
He'll make amends with Dexter. That's the right call there.
You sure that's the right call?
Or goes over Dexter head and teams with Nova. But if you also follow Matt Locke, he's got a whole stable of people he could choose from.
True, yeah. I mean, he has his friends back home that he could bring in. Wouldn't mind seeing some of them.
Not at all.
Yeah. Let's see. We've also got the Mad Prince.
Obviously, the boys.
Oh, yeah. And Legs. So, hey, Million Legs.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Or, who else did Legs team with?
2.5 Legs.
That's right. Hornswoggle.
Yeah. Hornswoggle, MPX Tag Team Champion.
We had X-Pac, might as well.
Yeah, actually.
I at least think
that'd be a lot of fun.
Hornswoggle would come back and defend it, unlike X-Pac.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that was X-Pac or he cost too much, one or the other.
It's one of the, but then
They're
again,
both
he
the
also-
same.
He also did, retire for a bit so he could.
But he
heal.
wants to come back.
I know, and I want to see him come back. But I'm just saying, it's like he needed to heal
Yeah.
from more than one thing, unfortunately.
Well, when you do a Bronco Buster and literally rip your a-hole, you need to
Ooh.
heal from that. Oh, you haven't heard that?
No.
He did that twice. He had that injury twice.
No wonder CJ takes it slow.
Well, no, that's just CJ's nature. He's a slow lover, sir.
And how do you know this?
Dude, as long if ask Tyler Foster. When you're in the VIP lounge, you see things.
So glad
Remember,
that-
it used to be near our old studio.
Yeah, glad that building burned down. But speaking of CJ, what's Tommy Prince?
Tommy Prince says that explains why the voices keep talking about more than one person.
I don't know who Tommy is. Who's Tommy Prince?
I think he's the Mad Prince.
Oh, okay, the Mad Prince. There we go.
We're not allowed to refer to him as Tommy. at
We've got
MPX.
too many Tommies.
Too many Tommies.
We have the Tommy Becker, and that's it. No more Tommies.
Oh, we have Tommy Dean.
Nope, Dean. Comes out in a leather jacket, tries to be a Winchester. Or wait, that's Palmer.
Yeah.
Or Silver.
Oh God, Dean and Palmer have them come out as
Sam and Dean. But they're both Dean.
yeah,
Sam was Tatum.
true.
He was Moose.
Yep. But speaking of CJ, we've got the one-on-one match, the grudge match between CJ and Larry, which I'm excited.
The
to
National
see.
Trial implodes.
Yes.
Tatum needs to be special ref for that.
Oh, that would be great.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's what Tatum
there's
needs to do at
Tatum's
Destiny.
involvement in
He's the
Destiny.
special ref
Yeah.
for Leary and CJ.
Because he'd be impartial because he'd kick both their asses.
Yep.
It would end pretty much like a Steve Austin kind of deal. It's like the match, the person who won would get their hand raised, and they'd both eat.
So it's just like
outbreakers, and
WrestleMania 20, where the crowd's just standing, you sold out to CJ and Larry, and then Tatum has to code breaker on both.
Yep.
Or Clout, what is it? Clout Chase?
Cloud breaker.
Clout breaker.
Yeah. But
I get it because Jordan Oliver calls his Clout Chase, and it's, anyways, go on.
yeah. But I gotta say, the next match we're going to be announcing is it's a lot more fun.
Yes.
Because Deathmatch Andre himself, Remedy,
An actual monster.
yes, is going to be taking on the Monster Hunter,
Yes.
Matthew Palmer.
This is
So-
going to be so good.
Oh, it is. So,
Um,
I'm so excited for this.
as long as both these men have been in the business, I'm sure their paths have crossed at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I've never seen it. So I'm super excited for this match because I think we're finally, because when we've seen Remedy, he's had good matches, but I don't think people are fully capable of what he can do or handle.
Yeah.
And having a dance partner like Palmer, we're going to see the MPX guys are going to see a side of Remedy that many haven't, and it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, I think this match right here might impress and might still show for a lot of the addicts.
Oh yeah. No, and honestly, just getting Remedy back in general is
Yep.
going to be really fucking awesome.
It's going to be amazing. It's your little personal bodyguard.
It's like, yeah, no, he's a big scary dude, but the fact that he likes me somewhat makes
Somewhat,
it okay.
somewhat little.
He's not ready to shank me. Okay.
Nah, it's not like Tyler Jett who wants to elbow my head off for some
Yeah.
reason. I still don't understand that.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
why.
Something about calling him Fat Thor and Tiny Hammer and
Just saying.
yeah.
These are things that were brought to my attention that, as the voice of the addicts, I felt needed to be said.
Careful, somebody might rip your head off for that one.
Yeah, well, who knows?
But we also have Gabe Wilder taking on Jason Silver.
The other half of the boys.
The boy versus the lost boy.
And we don't know what what his mindset is,
Yeah.
or what's going on. So this is going to be very interesting.
It's
And correct me if I'm wrong. We saw this month back, didn't we?
about a month back.
Yeah,
I think we saw
so-
this match, but I think we're going to see a different level of this match.
We are,
Destiny.
because I think you can tell the boys they're feeling more comfortable in
Yeah.
MPX. They came in and people immediately loved them, and they felt that, and then they come back more and more and more.
I mean, personally, I kind of wish that we could switch out the 6-man with this match so that we could get the Mad Prince versus Silver and Gabe in the 6-man.
I want to see more of Gabe singly. We've seen Mad Prince single quite a bit.
Yeah.
I want to see what Gabe can do.
Well, Gabe would still be fighting singly just against.
Nah,
five
it's
other
a bit.
guys.
Yeah, it's a big multi. No, I
Yeah.
like where they are, because also you want at least if we're thinking what we're thinking, and the boys are, it's an opportunity for a title shot. Yeah, you're going to put the crazy one in the multi-man match.
Yeah, true. That makes sense.
But no, I want to see the strength and power of Gabe against Silver because, well, let's be honest, he can maneuver. Silver's kind of light. I mean, he doesn't feel like it when he lands on you, supposedly.
To be the monster in the match.
Exactly. So it's going to be very interesting to see. I'm really looking forward to it because, like you said, it's going to be different. We've got Silver, who is not in the right mindset. We don't know what's going on with him. Is he going to come out and be down and boohoo, woe was me? Or is he going to have a relit fire to come out and try to rip off Gabe's head?
Emo Silver?
Don't do that.
Have him come out to Bad Wolves?
Don't put that evil on me. Do not do that to me. Or are we going to have Gabe come out with this, comfortable with the addicts, comfortable in MPX? I mean, this has kind of become their second home.
Yeah.
Obviously, their first home will never be replaced, and I'm not saying it should be.
Absolutely.
But the boys have been welcomed here in MPX quicker than a lot of other people that come through the doors.
It's like, like all the guys we got from that show, we've actually, it's like a couple of them took a little bit.
Well, let's be honest, it took Envy quite a bit, I would say. I know you disagree with that. As far as looking objectively from the addict's point of view and from the reactions he gets, it took
fan favorite.
It took a little bit for Envy to get in here.
Brixton Shaw.
Brixton came in pretty quick.
And people were like, "Holy shit!" right off the start.
Well, I mean, how could you not? I mean, with someone like Brixton, with his agility, his speed, his just powerfulness, and his ring ability, how could you not just be impressed with Brixton? And same with the boys. Like, I don't know if it's something new that they've been doing down there, or down there, with CWF, but it's there's something to watch, and I enjoy watching them on Mondays. Facebook Live on Mondays, they're good. I enjoy watching it.
It's some good shows. Really, I do suggest it. I mean, it's like it may not be everybody's cup of tea for
what it is, what they. I was going to say the word preach, and I didn't mean to.
Proselytize.
There you go. For what their message is behind their wrestling.
Like we're not trying to insult them.
Not at all. I
like
actually like them.
Respectful word.
I'm trying to tiptoe and be respectful and nice.
It's like we know some people don't go for that part, but I promise you, I've seen some matches from there. I actually got to see Brixton Shaw versus Sebastian Envy from that, and I thought that was just one of the most incredible matches I've seen in a long time.
Bam Bam and Tommy Prince was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've seen this clip that's gone viral. Mad Prince got planted hard.
Oh, good Lord.
Like, if people remember the Shawn Michaels I'm a Tree spot, Mad Prince tried to do the exact same thing.
It was just, ow. But it's like, you get some incredible matches there.
Which I guess,
and if
he's paying attention. How many voices did Mad Prince lose out of his head off that one?
And honestly, it's like if you do go for that, if you are Christian and you do want something that, speaks to your faith and everything like that, they are also very good for that as well.
And you'll see some familiar faces there. Bam Bam's been there. Big Fitz has been there. So, I
was going to say, it's like
Big Fitz been there.
He's kind of a big deal there.
So,
it's like
he's a big deal everywhere he goes.
Comment section is ripping a new one in Tommy Becker.
Speaking of Tommy Becker, the next match is Dave and his mystery partner versus Larger Than Life.
And Mad Prince actually wants to correct you. It wasn't Bam Bam.
No, it was. Did I say Bam? It was Barrett.
It was Barrett.
Oh, I thought I said Barrett. I'm sorry. No. Yeah.
It was a hard rocking, long curly haired dude.
Yeah, it was 50 cal.
Yeah.
Because it went viral even on his TikTok.
Yeah. Jeez.
To your question about how many voices did he lose? He said none. There's 3. I hate them.
Good. Well, at least it didn't get any added either.
Yeah, true.
It could have gone either way. Could have lost some or could have added some.
Yeah.
And Tommy Dean is starting shit with the boys in the comment section.
Of course he is.
That's what Tommy Dean does. If you know who Tommy Dean's hanging out with, that's what they do.
Yeah. I was like, he called Dimitri and Wes his best friends. He called them his best friends. So that means that Tommy Dean is not all that stable himself. So I don't know. Maybe if we get that Tommy Dean down in MPX, we'll,
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, that's why I enjoyed the video. Seeing that side of Tommy Dean.
That video actually changed a lot of my perspective of him, because that's been what I've been wanting.
Right.
Because when he comes,
because we can just see, we see your character work in matches. Okay, cool. I want to see more of who you are.
Yeah, it's like if you're coming down to MPX, give us a promo. Yeah. It's like, I know I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, but it's like, I promise you, it does more to add to you, because you come out, you wrestle, you're an incredible wrestler, and I will never deny that. But that's about what we get. And I've had that kind of problem with others before. I had that problem with Barrett.
Yeah.
I had that problem with, trying to think of who else I was saying that about. But it was somebody else that came out and then just, they're incredible wrestlers, but that's all we get.
I was going to say for you, when Greg probably came in, because I don't think you knew of Unholy beforehand. So I
mean, it's like, now that he's doing the Izzy James thing. When he was just Gregory James, and I'm just like, okay, he's cool, but
right. And that's because that's also some history and not knowing things. But yeah, it's always good to have. That was my
problem with JD Griffey when he was still Jerome Daniels, and I saw him for the first time. I'm like, okay,
and
he's
Jerome's
really great
amazing
in the ring, but who is he?
Yeah, the Trust Fund was so good.
Yeah.
Well, and that was the other thing too, is they had just lost Trust Fund. He was trying to reinvent himself in general.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sorry, it's still nice, and he's got that whole, Chinese warlord look to him.
I was going to say.
Especially with those eyebrows of his.
Bizarro Becker is great, all right? I love Evil Becker.
Yeah.
Mad Prince says, also, screw Tommy Becker. That guy loves sneaking him in 4Ks.
Yeah, he did.
War of the Tommies.
Oh, God.
We'll see it eventually.
No, we are not seeing Last Tommy Standing. That match is never happening.
Yes, it is.
Get mystery opponents in there, people we can't talk about.
Tommy fucking end.
Yeah.
It's coming. He's going to be in the next one that's going to be let go, and I can't fucking wait for it, because WWE has fucked him up so much. Anyways.
God, it's like, I loved him when he first came to NXT. Because I had no idea who he was. I wasn't fully into the indies yet.
Beautiful.
And it's like Aleister Black, and I'm like, holy fuck, this guy's amazing. And then I find out, I see Tommy End matches. I'm like, oh, what is WWE doing? Why? Knock on my door. Talk. What the fuck is that? Sorry, back onto a show that doesn't screw people up as badly. Dave and his mystery partner versus Larger Than Life.
Yeah.
We've talked about this one a lot already, but
who's Dave's best friend?
Yeah.
What if it's not even a friend? What if it's, like you said, what if it's a strange ally? What if it's Wes?
Yeah.
Which also
we've seen they have a certain connection to
and
each other.
Wes apparently bought a ticket. If you watch at the Addicts, he bought a ticket. Wes said he's going to be there.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
since he's going to be there, we could see that match happen.
Yeah, Dave could say.
It will happen.
So,
it's like the Tommy versus Tommy match is one of my favorite matches.
I was like, so Tommy Dean's Dave's partner? I'm confused. What's going on?
I'm going to that too, actually.
I don't think Dave's ever met Tommy Dean. No, and that's the thing. It's like
they're Facebook friends,
and that's going to be what's really crazy is because obviously tag team wrestling. I like when they actually look like a tag team. So is this going to be Dave and just kind of a random person? They're not really together as a team. I'm thinking
it's like one of the former members of House Sacred.
And that's the thing. That's what I mean. Does Dave already have a plan? And Dave's already like, look, because we've seen Dave re himself. Who knows how many times? Is he taking say a Schaefer, like we said, that could use a good reinvention?
Yeah.
And he's going to have that. He's teamed with Big Fits before. Are we going to see a Big Fit? I'm really, really curious to see where we go with this. Because one, I'm excited to have Dave back.
Yes.
It's
just great to have Dave back.
I've been asking for it since he was locked in the casket.
I saw him briefly after we did Mainline. I'm like, hey Dave, thanks for the unintended birthday present, man. He's like, oh yeah, happy birthday.
Thanks for letting me know, even though I talk to you all the time.
We do occasionally talk to him, and he didn't.
I
say
actually
a word
like
to us.
that. That's like.
So
when Sky won the title, that was kept for me, and that was beautiful because it made that moment so much more special.
We like being able to actually, not know what's going to happen. We do a lot of speculation, and sometimes we're right. But
sometimes we're told things, and we don't let that out.
Yeah.
But there are times where, that we're fans.
Yeah.
We enjoy the pop just like y'all do.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like, yes, we do a lot of media for and with MPX, but we're still fans.
Yeah. It's not like we're sitting there going, oh, what are we doing? What are we doing for the next 2 months?
Yeah.
No.
Let us in on all the secrets.
Honestly, wrestling is, and I forgot how it was put. I think it was think it was Boss Man who said, "Look, wrestling is circular. You're always going to come back. It's always you. It's not hard to truly predict wrestling and where things are going. Like we said with Casey, it's obvious we're building the Casey versus Frankie. Now, when it's happening, who knows?
Yeah.
But you can clearly see if you watch wrestling long enough, that's what's going to happen.
And we're looking forward to it because it's going to be
Exactly.
incredible.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I was actually somewhat disappointed that Frankie didn't come out after the match.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that when I thought about it. I like it because, that means he's going to come out randomly with who knows where, and it's going to give a better build because it's going to be right at the moment where people have forgotten about it. And then Frankie's going to come out to be like, nah, I didn't forget.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sorry, it's just got to be him coming and attacking him from behind. And being
Exactly.
like, oh, who would have? We get a video shot of Casey just, being laid out on the ground, and then Frankie coming up. It's like, oh my God, somebody attacked Casey from behind. Who would do such a thing? Who would be so monstrous?
And then the camera turns to Tatum.
Tim's like. But no, it's yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like Dave missed. What if it's Frankie? Like, there's so many things where we could go with this.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm really excited for it. I'm excited for this different Dave we got because, like I said, Dave reinvents himself more than anyone and
We've
knocks
talked
it
about Philly
out
Dave
of
before.
the fucking park all the time. And that's the thing. You keep saying Philly Dave, Philly Dave. I don't really know if this is Philly Dave.
It feels like it would fit the Philly Dave name.
He's got the, but also that's just Dave. What if this is just Dave? Because
True.
Philly Dave is Dave in general.
True.
Dave, he's from Philly and
Crazy
he's got that
motherfucker that
exactly.
he is.
He's got that angry kind of spark, and he's cool with you until you do something that's not cool, and then fuck. I mean, it's just so that's the thing. I'm really curious to see what this character is because it's also almost, if you watch the video, it's almost anarchist kind of.
Yeah.
It gave that feel of we're in a world where we're just going to run anarchy, and he's kind of dressed in the black and the jeans. Like, I'm really curious to see more of what this Dave is.
Yeah. I'm very curious, and honestly, I'm just glad to have.
I
him
would
back.
have really loved to have him come out and like just drop the emo stuff, like maybe in a fire or something. Because as long as Dave is here, everyone's going to say emo, 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 and it's look. I get emo. Dave was great.
That was fun. That was clever.
But we need to let it go.
Yeah.
We need I really would have loved that video of a trash and just him throwing all the emo Dave garb in like a burning fire, and then for the thing to come up to say Sagan, that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just because I'm tired of even some of our friends, they'll be like, "Oh, when Dave comes out, it's gonna be emo Dave." No, why? This is the man who legitimately can reinvent himself into anything and make it work. Why do you want to see something he's already done? Let's see something new, and we're finally seeing that, and I'm so happy for it.
Yeah. But let's move on because we got a lot of not a lot of other. We got 3 other matches to talk about, and this one I'm kind of excited for because I had actually said on Saturday night that when Exodus won the MPX Addicts Championship, we were going to need a hero to come in and take it from him to return it to where it needs to be, the Addicts Championship. And who is his first opponent? Jackson Stone, everybody.
And this match is going to be amazing.
Man.
And I don't want to say it's disrespect to anyone Exodus has been in the ring with before. I don't think he's been in the ring with someone of this caliber. I'm trying to think. I take that back. He was in the ring with Lance. So he's been in the ring with Archer. So he has been in the ring with someone of this caliber. If you can
find that video, boy, I almost felt sorry for Exodus.
Yeah. But this match with Jackson is going to be a true test, at least in front of the MPX addicts, because a lot of them probably didn't see the Archer match.
Yeah.
Of how good Exodus can be or is. This match, I think we're probably going to see a different side of Exodus that we haven't seen in a while.
Testing the fire alarm, ladies and gentlemen. Don't touch it. Okay.
So with this match with Jackson,
live, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry about that.
I'm really curious where we're going. Like I said, with Exodus, we're going to see a different side. I think we're going to see. He's always had swagger. Now we're going to see a champion swagger, and we're going to see him going in there and saying, "Look, I can be the best here." Jackson supposedly is the best this training facility has had come through it. He's supposedly one of the best in the world, and I think that's a great way to make a statement as the Addicts champion that he doesn't really care about the belt, to defend it against supposedly MPX's best.
Yeah.
And I think that's how Exodus is going to look at it, and that's how he's going to tell it.
And even if he does somehow beat Jackson, I mean, we've already seen rumblings of a possible another rivalry between him and Tatum, because Tatum's already telling him, it's like, man, I already had that belt before.
Yeah, exactly.
I could take it back.
Yeah, he could be a 4-time.
Yeah.
That just means he's got to get another Whataburger shirt.
Yep.
But I mean, that's the thing. It's going to be such a great match, and it's also one of those where I'm torn. I don't really know where to go.
I know, right? It's like I don't want the hot potato title thing going on, but honestly,
The only time I was with it is if it was 0 in Exodus. But yeah, to have Exodus win and then drop it immediately to the Jackson, it's kind of like, all right, maybe.
It's got shades of Bret Hart and Yokozuna.
Yeah. And then, okay, if Jackson, like really what I want, and hopefully it maybe happens, hopefully it doesn't, I want somehow for Joe to interfere, and it just continues that story of Joe and Jackson, because I would love to see that match maybe 5 more times, like that, or 1,000. Like Joe and Jackson was
forever.
Oh my god, they were so good.
It was.
I mean, I know Joe doesn't want it because of his chest, but
maybe that's what he meant by dangerous worker. I mean, just those chops are deadly, killing people. I mean, he killed Elso Omara, as you called him.
Well, and because he literally did, the ref had to stop it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those where, I don't want to go into the whole and stuff thing because the guy was a dumbass and didn't know what he's talking about. But seriously,
I don't get it.
It's chops. Yes, they hurt. Yes, they sting. Yes, they leave you purple and black. It's not unsafe. I mean, Jesus, if they're unsafe, why is Walter one of the best in the world?
Yeah, I don't know.
He literally made a career off chops. Benoit made a career off chops.
I don't know.
Okay, bad example. Ric Flair made a career off chops, and Ric Flair is one of the best workers ever. So
yeah, but this match is going to be just it's going to be something special. I gotta say, because
maybe Exodus should learn from his arch enemy Tatum and wear a couple of shirts, be
yeah,
chop
maybe,
proof.
yeah. And it's like because that bruising is going to show up so bad, it's going to hurt.
Yep.
But then after that, we've got a match I've been ever since it just was intimated a couple
at the Rumble.
At the Rumble, I was all for it. Brixton Shaw versus the Demon of Devastation, Hardakis. Would you stop doing that?
I wasn't trying to.
Maybe you should sit somewhere else. He doesn't like you.
Thought you had this studio all set up.
I did, but that requires production to actually,
Yeah, having, again, and like I said at the Rumble, having Brixton eliminate Hardakis the way he did more for Brixton as a character than winning the Rumble itself.
Yeah.
And to have Hardakis, I think, and it shouldn't be understated, to have Hardakis come back to do this match also tells a lot about how good Brixton is.
Yeah.
Because this is a man who's retired. And he obviously keeps an eye on the product and keeps an eye on MPX. Saw this man and goes, oh, I want to work with him.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible. So to have Brixton Hardakis finally happening, I kind of wanted to longer build the Purple Rain, but I get things happen or we couldn't get, or also it's also
have to happen on the schedule that MPX can afford it.
Well, that, and it's also, we are in this day and age of instant gratification.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's no snide at MPX management at all. That's just the way the world is now.
Yeah.
We no longer get necessarily long feuds, and the long feuds we do get are kind of like Casey and Frankie, where they're almost forgot about until the very last second.
Yeah.
But this match here is, again, I mean, and we've said it time and time again off Destiny, could steal a show.
Yes.
It's going to be your hoss fight. It's going to be your big boy fight.
And the thing is, they're both got big guys who can move like quick as cats.
And agile too. I mean, we've seen Hardakis walk the ropes. It's going to be amazing. And it's one of those where, again, if Brixton does take the loss, it's not necessarily going to kill him.
No.
But it is going to kind of slow the momentum a little bit.
I'm torn on him as well, because it's
then if Brixton does win, well, that just, man, Hardakis' last 2 single fights, he lost. And he's only been now. Granted, if
But
say
it
he
tells-
loses, that's only 3 loses
Yeah.
in his entire MPX career. 3 losses.
I don't know. Maybe we've reached the point of Hardakis' career where he's allowed to have a more varied record.
Well, and
You
he's
know,
Always say, I hope Hardakis claw slams Brixton through the ring.
of course they do. But
But it's like if you think about it, it's like you've got that whole pressure, the undefeated pressure. I mean, even Brixton
Right.
has that right now.
Exactly.
He's got to show up and show out and
Right.
show that he is worthy of being the undefeated Brixton Shaw.
And I think I'm really interested, and I know it's very minor, and it's because I'm weirdo and I love managers, how Eden's going to handle this match.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I'm looking forward to, is how she acts and performs and how she handles being around the Demon of Devastation and what she can do. Because what we've seen from her, she's slapped and she's pulled and she's tripped. She can't really do any of that to Hardakis.
That's not going to work quite as well.
So it's going to be how she handles everything else. I'm really looking forward to see how she performs.
Absolutely.
And Brixton and Hardakis, I know, are going to kill it, because the little bits we've seen, they look
Because even though it's
fierce.
I know you didn't want to see them actually go up against
Right.
each other in the tag match, but we only got a little bit of that, and it showed, two absolute powerhouses, just irresistible force, unmovable object.
Exactly.
kind
You've
of
got
stuff.
those 2 bulls just nailing each other, and it's going to be great.
And it's like, this is going to be a full on. You want a good preview of this? Go find on YouTube Moose Fight. And I'm talking actual moose fighting.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to get about the same level of what the fuck there.
Exactly. It's going to be good. It's going to be interesting to see, and like I said, where we go, because Hardakis has kind of taken this. He's our Undertaker role. We'll see him every now and then. We'll see a match or appearance here and there, which I'm fine with. I have no problem with that, because he's one of those that's earned it. Same with
Maybe
when
we can get a streak at Purple Rain.
Exactly. Same when Taker did it. Taker had the respect and he earned it. Fine, cool. And he chose who he wanted to come back for, and Hardakis doing the same thing.
Yeah, and with Remedy being in the building as well.
And Remedy won.
Remedy
He
wants
called
him
out
too.
Hardakis, so and that's the thing. I guess we'll see what happens. So yes, please, Purple Rain. But I mean, this match is, again, it's for the guys who, like me, who I've said so time and time again, I want a Haas tournament, Haas fight, a big boy battle, and this year's Rumble was full of big boys.
Prison Break this year. It's all just really big dudes. Big Fitz, Michael Schaefer, Brent McKenzie comes out of retirement for one match. Hardakis, Brixton Shaw,
Angel.
Remedy, Angel.
And literally, you don't need to unlock the cuffs; they just rip them off.
Yeah.
This.
Comment says Hardakis will provide a lot of fun for Remedy.
Yeah. That's what we're counting on.
So, and again, like you said, I'm torn. I don't know if I want Brixton to win or if I want Hardakis to kind of maintain that I'm the dominant force in MPX. So I'm really looking forward to this
I gotta
match.
say, no matter who wins, it's going to be an earned win.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a squash match at all.
Oh,
It's
no.
not going to be oh my God, this is such an upset. No, this is going to be two guys taking each other to the absolute limit.
If Brixton does win, I don't think a lot of the X be like, oh, it's an upset. Not really. Like, I don't think, I think a lot of them be like, oh, okay.
If it were anybody else at
Mm-hmm.
MPX, I think they'd be a little more, oh, it's an upset. I
Right.
think with Brixton, it's a little more like, yeah, no, this could happen.
Yep.
But it could also happen the other way. I think
Exactly.
we're actually on a 50-50 even ground here.
Yep.
Because it's just, I don't know. And honestly, it's like if you pay attention to storylines and everything like that, Destiny would definitely be the place that Brixton's winning streak would end. One of the big shows,
Yeah.
not
I mean,
just
that is-
some random show off to the
Well,
side.
that
but-
and it's, I'm pretty sure the first time Hardakis lost was, I believe, at Destiny against Scott. Or did
No,
he beat
no.
Scott and then Scott beat him at Purple Rain?
yeah, Scott beat him at Purple Rain.
Okay. So never mind then. He beat Scott
Yeah.
for the title at Destiny.
Yeah.
So, okay.
But then, of course, let's talk about the main event because this is the one we're waiting for the most.
There will be blood.
There will be.
Oh, I can't
Oh.
wait. It's
There will
been
be
so
pain.
long.
There will be blood.
More
There
pain?
will be excessive violence.
More pain?
More pain.
Actually,
That's the match previous.
Yes. Well, it's the person who says it's in this one.
True. More pain, less pain.
No, these two men are legit going to murder each other.
Oh, jeez.
And it's going to be, at least for a hardcore fan and me, it's going to be amazing. I will say this right now to the addicts who don't necessarily like hardcore wrestling or are squeamish or the ones who do have children that do attend, you very well may, and I hate to say this, but you very
Parental
well
discretion
you may
is
want
advised.
to leave early or close their eyes or walk away because this match is for the ultra violent death match hardcore fans. This match is going to be lots of blood.
Maybe not light tube levels, but yeah.
Lots of violence. We've seen light tubes in the MPX. I wouldn't put it past.
Are we going to have exploding barbed wire?
If we did, they would do it right. I can guarantee you Sky and Dimitri would be sure that shit is right.
They'd be rigging it themselves
Fucking
just to make
Kenny
sure.
Omega and AEW motherfucker. Anyways.
We've got both Tommies rooting for Dimitri.
Of course we do.
Well, I knew Tommy Dean would, obviously. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, this match is, and again, like we said it at the beginning, and we'll say it here. After this, if you have not seen it, go watch Isaac Mazur's Alexandrov family history video. It's so good and also so sad when you find out that it's
evil.
real and true, and then it's like, oh shit.
When you find out that really that's real shit right there.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Alexandrov family history, and you're like, shit.
Yeah,
there really is an Alexandrov curse. Damn.
It's just, yeah.
Nothing but respect for Dimitri, but as an honorary Lost Boy, I can never go against Sky.
It's true.
Who said that?
Top Hat.
Oh.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Honorary Lost Boy?
That Top Hat section was, back in the day.
Okay.
There was a whole Top Hat Mafia section. They were cool. I used to hang with them a little bit. Yeah.
They were the front row crew before the front
No. They were famously for being in the back.
Oh, okay.
Actually, they moved towards the front for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were mainly in the back. But no, they were cool. But no, this match, Sky and Dimitri, I can't. First, I hope we see Star back. It's always great to see her.
Yes. If you don't know Star, you'll know Star soon.
Let's just a brief history, and I'm sure he's going to get mad at me for saying this, but fuck it. Star was turned down by one of the most prolific deathmatch wrestlers in the world, Masada, because he didn't want it, and then it was given to Sky. That's how dangerous.
And how
Star
crazy
is.
Sky is.
Yeah, Sky, who immediately took it and then cut himself when he took it. Literally gets handed it, and the next day tears open his leg. Because, well, he had to try it.
Yeah. Had to make sure it works.
No, Star is beautiful.
Star is just, I'm not going to say what Star is because, it's like you'll see.
Hopefully. She better make an appearance. It's excessive violence. Literally, I think we're going to see everything, maybe up to including the kitchen sink. I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past them. I don't know. Maybe if they had a, fans bring the weapons kind of thing, they'd actually use
Sky and Silver did that in the old building, and it was fucking awesome. That was the.
Did they actually use all the weapons that were?
Yeah,
brought?
they actually did.
Rather than a few.
Oh yeah, where I spent $60 at Goodwill and didn't get anything used.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lou. He doesn't watch it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But no, that's the other thing is these men. I've seen these men in matches like this, and I dare say this match is going to be more excessively violent than any other match I've seen an excessively violent match be.
Yeah.
Like I've seen Dimitri survive Masada, didn't win, survived, barely, and I've seen Sky do some of the craziest shit imaginable, and I've seen Dimitri do the same. So these two men are literally going out. Like I don't know MPX's management's theory or how we handle things, but I really do think EMTs might need to be backstage for this.
We at least know a couple of nurses in the wrestling world.
I was going to say,
get them up here.
Stacy, Chris Cruz, if you could come up for this for a second and chill in the back.
Yeah, just chill in the back. That's all we need.
Well,
Top Hat suggests a mousetrap table.
that was Sky and Silver went through that.
Why would you do that to yourself? See, I'm not a deathmatch fan. That's not something I've ever made a secret. I'm not a deathmatch fan. But this I'm looking forward to because these are two of the best.
I need to find that then. Apparently, while Dimitri survived Masada, Sky has beaten Masada.
Sky has beaten Masada. I need to find this.
I know. That's why I was just like, I need to find this.
We'll find it. We'll post the link somewhere. It's like
so,
we'll just,
yeah.
Little girl says Legos and skewers.
Legos and
Skewers is a Masada thing. I don't know that we'll see that.
And
Well,
of course
it's also become an Atticus Kogar thing. So
and
except
of
his
course,
are green.
We do have to bring in the most dangerous of all things to bring out of that bag: Lucky Charms. I don't know. Maybe they'll
with
go
hot sauce. And as stale as those Lucky Charms are, that probably hurts worse than the nuts and bolts.
Oh yeah, and it's like who knows? Maybe they'll take it to the next level: Captain Crunch without the milk.
I thought you were gonna say CTC with little shrimp tails. So, but no, the things these men are gonna do and the toys they're gonna have. It's also I'm curious. Like, everyone knows we're partial to Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want Isaac at ringside because Dimitri's liable to kill him too.
Yeah, especially after all the stuff Isaac's been saying about his family.
Well, okay, and we say that, but then if it's true, can he really be mad at Isaac for saying it?
Yes, you can be mad at him for saying it.
It's just history. He just gave us a history lesson of the Alexandrovs. Can he really be mad at that? Dimitri, don't kill me.
And now I've got to say, now we know why he's so, against the C word.
Yeah? Yeah?
Says, damn it, you beat me to the CTC joke.
Yes. But no, this match, again, the weapons, my mind runs wild with what the hell they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I dare say, like I said, I'm telling you, and it is a warning, if you are squeamish and you don't like hardcore and you don't like blood and you do have little ones that probably shouldn't be watching this, probably leave before this happens.
Matt, once again,
but if you're like me and
is advised,
and you love seeing murder and blood, this match is going to be amazing.
Hi kids, do you like violence?
See 9 Inch Nails shove up through each one of my eyelids. Yeah, they will do that too.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to have, little nails and just go right through there.
Girl says Sky beat Masada Link or it didn't happen.
I know, right? That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get that there sooner or later.
Like I said, give us some time. But yeah, so that's just, I'm honestly, Destiny is upon us and it's going to be just, as you can tell, such a fucking good show.
Yeah, this is going to be amazing. And I just don't, like I said, man, I'm excited for this more so because one, it's two of my favorites going to go to war and bloodshed against each other. Mm-hmm. And it's also just one of the biggest nights of the year for MPX. It's one of our big 4 shows. And the card we just laid out is holy shit. I mean, this is going to be amazing.
Or, Destiny is to MPX what SummerSlam used to be to WWE.
Exactly.
Nice shirt, Kyle.
Thank you.
Dave just joined us.
Oh, hi, Dave. You should watch the rest of the show when we're done.
Where we gushed about you for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Top Hat also says Sky has also beaten Tommy Dreamer.
Yes, he did.
We saw that, and that was actually that was the start of.
You can watch that at
MPXWrestling.com.
That
$9.99 a month, and actually, I think that show may be on the Roku app, in which you get some of the older shows for free.
Yep.
And honestly, you should watch that match because that match was also the start of Sky's climb to the top, a very well deserved climb to the top.
Yes and no. I think that solidified it.
6 minutes of gushing. I'm disappointed.
Well, here we got a minute right now.
Yeah,
Dave.
so Dave's saying it.
We love you, Dave.
We do love you, Dave. We're so glad you're back. I cannot wait for Saturday because I can't wait to see who you're going to choose as your tag partner. Who is your friend that you're talking about?
I'm telling you, it's me. I'm his friend. Yeah, I'm his friend.
You're going to be there.
Yeah, but
I've been wondering.
Well, let's be honest. He knows my love for Ryan and Tommy, so he probably wouldn't choose me.
Yeah. It's like he'd be safer choosing me, but I can't guarantee that it'd be.
I was gonna say I don't know.
No. It's like I can't guarantee a win. There's a difference.
But no, like this card, Destiny is always one of the best. And then we've got so many matches, and just the thoughts, and so many matches that are going to try to steal the night. Yet you've got 2 men who are literally going to try to murder each other that are going to be like, nope, fuck you. One's going to talk about anything else but this.
Yeah, it's like I'm just looking at it, and it's like with all of these matches that are happening, it's like I've been talking about the changing landscape of MPX over the last couple of episodes, but this will leave everything changed one way or the other. We're either going to get our heroes vindicated or our villains, decimating them.
So the curse is going to continue?
But it's-
Or the
I'm
curse
not
is
saying
lifted.
Yeah. It's like one of the two.
Dave
It's like
says, are you ready to kick some LTL arse? I know I am.
See, arse. It's Sheamus.
Yes. He's got Sheamus on his side. Yes.
Mad Prince says, me too.
Yeah. Because
Well-
it's like we might have new tag team champions.
Yeah.
And if we don't, I mean, honestly, they might as well just retire the tag team championships.
Well,
because
LTL's already
who
our.
could beat larger than life?
They're already our forever MPX tag champions. They've already said that.
Yeah, but it's like if they get beaten for the belts, then that's a new thing there. But if they win the belts, then or retain the belts, then who can beat them? They might as well just retire it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have possibly a new Addicts champion soon, or
Isaac says no one cares about Dave. Stop talking about Dave.
Tommy Dean says, I will definitely be watching live.
I'm torn here now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Isaac said stop talking about Dave. I'm going to stop talking about Dave. I'm sorry. He still controls the Texas Chainsaw.
That is
so.
true. That is very true. But at the same time,
Dave says, forever MPX tag team champions? I seem to remember someone who was the former MPX champion.
yeah,
That is true. All three of them actually.
yeah.
All things come to an end, boys.
Yeah.
They do. But it's like with the Addicts champion, either the hero will, be vindicated and we will have a new Addicts champion again,
Yeah.
or we'll never see the Addicts championship.
Well, and that's the other
at
thing.
the
We've already
MPX
been
level.
told we're never going to see the MPX.
Yeah.
So are we going to see the Addicts out?
I know. And it's like, and then of course, the whole thing of Hardakis and Shaw. Will we see MPX's demon destroy the undefeated one, or will the streak continue?
Yeah.
And will MPX's own, Undertaker, be defeated?
Kane Taker.
Yeah.
Dave
That's
says,
just like-
don't listen to Isaac and his bald ass big head.
I'm not getting in the middle of that one.
Okay.
Um,
I love and miss Dave because he always breaks me, and that broke me. God damn it, Dave.
Turtle Girl says, maybe Dave has a chainsaw?
It's probably a tiny chainsaw though.
and then of course it's like, where's Remedy going to factor into this? Menage a Trois is going by the wayside. They've been a major force for the last few years.
Yep.
It's like just this is going to completely change how things work.
What
at
did it
MPX.
cost? Everything.
Mm-hmm. So I
And that's literally kind of what it is for the main event. Like it's that what did it cost? It costs everything, because no matter who wins, excessive violence, they didn't necessarily win. They survived.
I was going to say it's like there will be no winners. There will be survivors.
Well, the fans win.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
I win.
That is true.
But yeah, it's surviving. If Sky wins, Sky didn't win. Sky survived. If Dimitri wins, he didn't win. He survived. Like I'm literally trying to warn people without warning people, because I want to see it and I want the violence that's going to happen. But
We're
I
going
do
beyond
not
rated
think
R
the
here,
addicts
folks.
the addicts aren't ready for it, because think of what if people look back, what is the most violent match the addicts have really witnessed? It's either going to be the
bunkhouse brawl.
it's going to be the bunkhouse brawl where we have a light tube,
Uh-huh.
or it's going to be a red rain.
Yeah.
And this is going to be that times 100.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think addicts are fully understanding what the excessive violent match means.
Yeah.
And I think a lot are going to be happy, and I do think some are going to be shocked.
Yeah.
But either way, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. So make sure you get your tickets, because I don't think they're sold out quite yet.
Not yet.
but
They are
close.
getting quick.
So go to mpxwrestling.com, get your tickets now. Make sure you're there this Saturday, because once again, we're back at full capacity, ladies
And
and
if you
gentlemen.
don't want to be there,
Let's-
watch it live on the network.
Yeah. That you can watch that one on network.mpxwrestling.com. Where
You heard Tommy Dean. He's doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, Tommy Dean's a little busy Saturday, but apparently he's going to watch this as well, so that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. But also just,
Well, and don't forget, Wes has a ticket. He said he's going to be there.
yeah. That's
So,
true. And, also, let's not forget. Let's do a shameless plug for MPX. They're going to have new shirts there with all of those really great logos made.
I know.
There's one of the MTV ones.
I was going to say the MTV one, the Disney one, the Metallica. Those were so great.
They were.
Disney one.
I was like, I kind of want all of them except for the Alphug one. I don't recognize that one.
That, and I'm not a big fan of UPS. So,
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
but
You're not down with the brown?
No.
Dave says, buy your tickets and watch my best friend and I beat up the MPX's Wonder Twins.
But who is your best friend, Dave?
God damn it, Dave.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Form of tag team champions, motherfucker. God damn it. Dave.
Dave, I love you so much.
We missed you.
Yes.
We really did. Sorry, Mr. Mazer. I just with that level of charisma, it's hard to deny him. But
When's The Room playing again? Because we need to go watch that, Dave.
yeah, I've never actually I haven't actually seen it.
What?
Well, I thought I told you that.
I don't remember this
During the interview
conversation.
with Dave, we were talking about a whole bunch of stuff that.
That was so long ago.
Yeah, it really was.
Damn.
Says soon to be former type team chumps.
Oh. Okay, we could make an entire show out of just responding to Dave's comments.
Or,
We need to do that.
I was going to say, we need another interview with Dave.
I agree completely.
I had said in January I wanted more sit-down interviews, and what have you done to do that?
You said you were going to take care of that part.
Well, no one got back to me. The first one was supposed to be Zero, and Zero never said anything.
Yeah. We were
So
supposed to have one with Silver,
blame
too.
Zero.
Blame it's Zero's fault.
Zero's fault.
Zero's fault. Okay.
There's a reason he lost that
got
Addicts title.
something like that. I got to talk to Richard Hill earlier this year, so
Yeah, you're welcome for me having a migraine that
Yeah.
day. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got that.
Yeah, true.
Dave says, I'm here now. Go another 4 hours. We got this.
Dave, I'm hungry.
Unfortunately, I got to work at 4 a.m, so I can't do that.
And I'm hungry.
Yeah. Let the big man eat and let the not so big man, sleep. So,
Says, Jay, what?
gee, what? What?
For The Room.
Yeah. No, I've never actually seen it. I know all about it because I watch everything surrounding it, but I've never actually seen it.
Let me guess. You've seen Disaster Artist, but
Actually,
not The Room.
no, because I wanted
Okay.
to see The Room first.
Okay, good. Good.
He says the show will not end on 326, but 327. Carve up. Let's fucking go!
What?
That's,
Oh, my
I gotta-
God.
I have to work. Production, cut the feed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching MPX Rehab. Dave is trying to keep us going.
With special guest Dave Sagan.
Yeah. By proxy. You know what? We'll figure out how to do a feed or something like that to where we can actually talk to him and,
Just have a floating
something
head
like
in
that.
between
Yeah.
us.
That would be funny. But get your tickets now. And, of course, watch us on mpxmainline.com for Mainline After Destiny. I'll actually be a little more dressed up than I usually am because it's one of the big 4 shows.
We're no longer on spring break?
Yeah, no longer in spring break. So make sure you catch that.
I'm
Make
hoping
sure you
I'll be
catch
covered
us.
in Sky and Dimitri blood. So.
Oh, man. Maybe I should be careful about what I choose to wear.
Yeah, you probably needed like a raincoat or something.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, addicts, y'all aren't
Anyway,
ready.
Hey, production feed. It's time to, yeah.
So long. Farewell.
God be with you, MPX addicts. We'll see you.
See you Saturday.
Yeah. About to take your line again. So.
Mark
Okay.
mark out?
Yeah,
That's-
mark out.
Okay.
Mark out.
Dave said, I don't give a shit about your job.
I do.
Keep me